I noticed something with these games. They always. It's always. Hold on. It's sort of there. I just think of something. This is the last chapter of this game. And they blend together many different things. For example, Dahlia is more or less the main reason we're here. But we also have Mystic Amy's statue. We have seen it before. Dusky Bridge, we've seen that before. The knocked out unconscious part, I've also seen before. They blend stuff together in the last one. I just cannot think of. Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time. Well, I'm not the best of shape with my back and my age, you know. Quite. There were indeed there were indeed a snowmobile tracks from the main gate. Here's a photograph. Yeah, but she said they might have actually gotten to the bridge and throw it down the river. But have you actually checked on where it went? That's the question. The tracks begin from in front of Hasakura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge. But you goddamn idiot, what has he done now? But first of all, I don't think Buds might have used the snowmobile. I don't think so. Because he was at the hold on, there is a map here somewhere. Yeah, Heavenly Hall. But from Heavenly Hall, he can see the bridge. And if a snowmobile came running from the Hasakura Temple to the bridge, he would have goddamn heard it. And he's still hiding something, that idiot. Yeah, I know I call him idiot, but that's because he is just out of it every single time. That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze in the winter, making it a perfect place to dispose of murder weapons. Did you really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Let's ask Butts. He was there. He's hiding some goddamn shit. Oh, Jesus. You're sure about the time? Yes, I was worried about it after all. Why was that? Because I have a strong sense of responsibility, especially at this time of year. Was it with her and the winter? Acolyte was being doused in freezing water at the time. Couldn't very well take it easy in the bath all night now, could I? At 11, I decided to leave Asakura Temple. Her testimony of the time is reliable at least. Please continue, sister. I have to ask that. Okay, so reported. You asked Phoenix Wright to report the crime, correct? Right. The one who trampled me. Right, because we walked upon her belly. I forgot about that. It seems she's the type to hold a grudge. There isn't a phone in the main hall, so I sent him to the bridge. Phoenix Wright. He didn't even have his cell phone on him. He had forgotten it at home, apparently. A naive boy as always. Not only do I always carry my phone, but I always have my whip in hand too. Yeah, we noticed! Often. Anyway, I was really scared and it was taking him a while to get back. I thought I'd go out by the main gate for a spell. As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited. Yeah, no snow on it. That's it, that's the only one we have. It'll run no matter how much snow falls. Oh, you're certain the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived? Yes, of course. It was parked in front of the gate. So she had already gone, discarded the murder weapon, and returned by the time. I'm not sure if this is really relevant. Just press further. There is something there, because I already know that Larry was there. Need answers to every possible doubt. The snowmobile in question. Was it still warm at that time? What do you mean? What do you mean? Is everyone up playing a slow crowd here? It goes without saying that using a snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, then it means it was recently used. I see, I never thought of that. I do love she doesn't even realize it herself. She realized, she doesn't admit it only. Then answer the question, please. I don't often go around touching hot engines. However, now that you mention it, there wasn't any snow on it. Snow? Yes, for some reason, only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow. There wasn't any snow on it? Curses! Curses! It seems highly likely that the killer did use the snowmobile then, eh? How long does it take to get to Dusty Bridge by snowmobile? So, that road takes 15 minutes. That's a long way. What? Yeah, that's a lot goddamn way, because when I used to walk from the bus sometimes, the bus stop, it takes me 30 minutes to walk, and it's 3 kilometers. So if we half that, 15 minutes, it's like 1.5 kilometers. Jeez. In that case, why didn't you use it yourself? You could have spared yourself some walking. There's a reason for that. Ever got a moment for me to explain? I think that's why the question was asked in the first place. It was about a month ago. I was driving my beloved little snowmobile happily as I can be. It fetched some water and was heading back when I went and crashed into a tree. The tree and my back both went crunch, just like that. Crunch. You having your bad back ever since? Have you actually gone to a doctor for that? I haven't been able to find the courage to write anything since then. Anyway, like the killer must have used it. Yeah, 1.5 hours. Still 1.5 hours left. Like I said, somewhere between 10-20 minutes. Possible to get to the bridge and back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile. I have to concede that it's more than enough time. Is all I wish to concede, Miles Edgeworth? While it would be possible time-wise, one element remains out of place. Oh, and what would this mystery element be? The killer's reasoning, Your Honor. Why did the killer do all of this? Why go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon when there are other methods? Too many unanswered questions. Your response, Miss Karma. Except for the whip. Turning to me for help over the slightest thing. Why don't you think over for yourself once in a while, Your Honor? She is something else. be as over the top as always. Anyway, whatever the reason, the fact remains that the defendant could have done this. The murder weapon was disposed of in the river. Another point to me, Miles Edgeworth. Do we have points here? And speaking of numbers, welcome, humble viewer, to the stream I'm holding here. Don't worry, I don't see you as numbers, except for the screen here, where there is literally a number. I do hope you enjoy the stream I have here, and have a good time with the voices I'm trying to do. Was there any reason to go and throw away the murder weapon? Luckily, there is surely a problem with this testimony. And all I have to do is start poking holes in this flawed account. I saw the murder, and after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. But there I saw tracks. 15 minutes. Okay, I think this is the thing, because she could have done that. She can drive. That is understandable. 50 minutes, understandable. Saw tracks, understandable, and the rest is just her insinuating some stuff. But this, maybe they threw the weapon into the Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Oh, right. I was thinking here, something is wrong, because she was standing at the gate, but they was already back when that happened. So we need to do something here. Bit uncertain. I'm a bit uncertain here. And just because of that, I'm gonna say... Like, I could technically do Larry Butts. My friend since grade school. I don't remember how we became friends, though. I do! Apparently there was some sort of mock court battle in school where he just came ballsing out, more or less. I could show his profile because he was down there, but doesn't say anything at all. Okay, let's check here again. Sudden murder around 11 p.m. That's right, because from 10 to 11, no problem there. And after asking that it could be reported, I went out to the main gate. That is true, because we stepped on the belly. There I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile has been used. Which is this one, yes. And also footsteps, but that's probably Phoenix's footsteps. It takes 50 minutes to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. No problem there either, what I can see. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. Yeah, it's this, but it's just what am I supposed to press here? I just had to try. Well, screw this. I actually don't know at all. I'm just gonna close this thing because apparently I have Steam on still. Case 5. I just need to know this because I don't know really. There, first trial. Yeah, tracks photo. I should thank Von Karma because the present tracking statement, if you look at the photograph, you see that. I had that in thought, but I didn't think it was relevant. Because I saw the photo myself and I just saw, oh, there are tracks here. But I did have in mind, there's no track in front of it. I didn't think that was even any remotely thing that was needed to be used. But it's actually true. It came back, not away. Huh. Fifth statement though. Which is the fifth statement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is this one. Okay. Apparently, I cannot see the connection there, but I understand the logic of it. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. Finally, I accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth. However, if what the witness say is true, then why is there only one set of tracks? Iris left Asakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this is the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back. Ah, you're right! You're forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. What? The night of the murder, it was snowing. Hold on. Snowing. I know we have the weather report, I'm just gonna check. Snow to approximately 10:50. Lightning 10 to approximately... approx 11 p.m. Yeah. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45, around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. The tracks was leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your precious contradiction, doesn't it? I see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow. Perhaps. What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth? The flaw in her theory. This is the idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks. There is a contradiction. It always is. The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible. Would you care to explain? Well, there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction. It's very crude. What did it say? Rude. Crude or rude? Perhaps both! Index finger. I'm going to do this just for fun. No need. The evidence will do all the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow. The weather data is the only thing I have. Weather data. Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime. Like I said, it was around 11. Of course. This means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this date. It's the weather report from Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. The weather report. Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped at around 10:50. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after the time to have been covered up. Yeah, the boot she has looks like a crate. Order! Order, everyone! Very well. It looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. It's still soon to be closing this trial due to snow. They really love their puns in these games, don't they? Miles Edgeworth, pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Answer me this then. When is a weather report ever correct? This time, because they actually have a witness. No, you got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast, this is actual data. Forecast data, all weather reports have some inaccuracies. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m. It's true, we cannot be totally sure. How did you pull that off? By literally looking for it anywhere. Also, welcome humble viewer to the stream I'm holding here. We're right now trying to make it stop snowing when the snowmobile was used. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this. From this far, there's no turning back now. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning that it is testimony. You can't back down now, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth. Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Where is your evidence that it already stopped snowing when the victim was killed? Okay, so let's just check through here. No proof. Where's the evidence that it had already stopped snowing when the victim was killed? Technically this one, because she has no snow on her. I'm just gonna continue looking here. No, I don't know why I didn't read the title of it first. This one. Ultimately, it all comes down to the one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in the courtyard when the victim was stabbed. That's right, but proving that is completely, utterly simple. Incredibly easy. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I am referring to the photo of the crime scene, where there is no snow on her. As you can see, everything is covered with snow, with just one exception. And that is the most obvious thing in the whole goddamn picture. The victim herself, Miss Elise Jackson. Yeah, it's in the middle of the frame here. The answer is simple. It has stopped snowing when she was killed. That's why. Wait, didn't I already say in other words? In other words, the killer really did go to Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon. Then in this photograph there should be two sets of tracks. Most of the prosecutors here does actually just grasp for anything they have. But yes, she does. She does a lot actually. What are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself, but this is simply all of the facts pointing. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hasakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing. Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow. Then didn't person return to Hasakura Temple? But the snow had stopped. Thus the return tracks remained. I actually don't know what was going on there then. Can I say something? This all sounds but a bit fishy to me. What was, sister? There is only one key for the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder. which can only mean that night Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. Iris said that she never went there. Should probably press on this point more when I get a chance. Someone is lying here. A snowmobile can't cross a suspension bridge. So she must have left it on the secure side of the bridge and crossed it on foot. Yeah, but here's the thing. Didn't she say that she met Iris at the inner temple and then she left? No. No, she cannot have done that because... No. Yes? I don't remember. I don't remember if it was that she asked her to go there. Because I think she said that they met, but I'm uncertain about that. Because if they met, she would have seen the snowmobile. That sounds right. But what's odd is when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple. Ah, here it is. There is no snowmobile. This was what I was talking about. I didn't see any near the Dusky Bridge. You must have failed to see it, sister. Maybe, but when I made it back at Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. You know what I saw? I was covered in snow, too. Yeah, this is getting stranger and stranger. But that isn't possible. Yeah, this is getting weirder and weirder. It's kind of what I like with this game, to be honest. But yeah, in a way, I always also want this game to end, because then I can go to one of the games I love. As I said, it's not a popular game, because I did stream it the time before. But I really want to have this as a sort of mystery or slow-going streams these Tuesdays. So I'm gonna go with not Nonary Games. Virtue's Last Reward, that was the name of the game. So then, what was the snowmobile used for? Wasn't taken by the defender when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be two sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. Oh no shit, you caused that sort of trouble to me more or less every single time, especially in the first game. The other games we do not meet him so often. I think we'll learn all we can from this witness. Yes, I've been more than had. Told you everything that I know. But then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness, who could testify to have been seeing the snowmobile. Either we will call Butts to the stand, or he will just come clinging here. I saw it! A witness. Was there no one out walking, perhaps, near Dusky Bridge that night? I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. All an idiot would get. I love this, because directly when I read idiot, it's like only an idiot would go out wandering in that. It's like, but honestly, I had something really important to do. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may very well have gone wander. Yeah. Oh god, but each time you talk about an idiot, it directly goes to him. I don't understand how, but apparently. Actually, there just might be one individual who may be a help to us. Really? You know of someone who might have seen the snow with it? Oh, goodness. Yes, might have been seen the snowmobile the night of the murder. I don't know for sure if he saw it or not, but there are two things about him that do come to mind. Which are, first, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder. And the second being, the individual that I was thinking of went wandering outside that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot. Yeah, I am speaking of the one called Butt. Oh, Larry. Larry. This guy must be proud of Jean-Luc the Landuc's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting. Must be a product of Jean-Luc the Landuc's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting. Remind me to look for that book on the internet. Good God. This is Larry Butts, disciple of the victim, Elise Diaz. Her student. Very interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder? That's... I could tell him about his design for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. Oh God. He is, after all, an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason. And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, finally someone that sees the truth. What exactly was it that he saw? I have no goddamn clue. I intend to extract that from him. Right here in this court. Summon this young youth as a witness immediately. I have no choice, do I? I believe he is in the gallery of this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well. Larry. Oh, he is just a moron sometimes. For example, he was the one that actually did the little note that he showed before. I was thought of being a blackmail letter, well, it technically was a love letter. But you complete moron. But today I'm going to get everything out of him. Yeah, because he still had about 5 locks on him. The court will now adjourn for a 20 minutes break. Miss Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness. Understood, Your Honor. Good. Well then, court is in recess. They say 2 different things. The other one says adjourned. He says adjourned. He says just recess. Or break. Do I get back some of my health? I haven't really lost a lot, but it's still something. Hi there, Iris. She still wants to be called Iris because of her past she's trying to hide. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say. Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are 2 things which I need to ask you before we reconvene. Alright, I help you any way I can. First, about that night, you really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claimed to have met you and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or your sister Bikini is lying. Miss Edgeworth, just as I said yesterday, until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple. Very well. The second thing then. That night, the temple's snowmobile was used in between the times Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometimes between 11:30 and 11 PM that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile? There's only one key for a snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me. There was you. But why? What made you go out to the dusky bridge? I'm sorry, Miss Edgeworth. How many locks? 5, of course 5. Iris. Can't tell you about that. Yet. Yet? Not until her safety is confirmed. No. We have a... You cannot be talking about a sister. Who are you talking about now? Is there seriously a twin goddamn sister in this game? I had that as a back thought for some bad reason. But first of all, she said that she's sorry about more or less what happened in the past, and she knows about Phoenix, which means she's Dahlia. But who? Whose safety? Her? Who? The safety of the actor. Oh, thank you. I should have continued reading. I got... Yeah, don't worry. She is on the island. Sorry, but my eye right now is... Oh, goodness me! The acolyte, huh? She must have been talking about Maya. I'm glad you at least care about her. Care also about the little one. Where's Pearls? She has been gone ever since. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise the Axim? Ah! Ah! Why is it so scratchy McScratcherson? Ooh! Ooh! God's sake. No matter who or what may come, would never take a life. As I thought, no Cyclops. Very well. It's my job to get the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. Yeah, I know I skipped that. It's just too slow. Court will now reconvene. Miss Von Karma, where is the witness? During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery. Suspicious behavior? He was sketching something very intensely. Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained? A terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip. Of course! Oh, right, because he always falls for women. But you have to stop looking around for every single woman, especially when you already have a woman to look for. Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Loris the Axnim, I hope you're ready. Get in here. It would seem that whip is going to see plenty more use today. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna stop for a second here, to be honest. Your sketch is in contempt of this court. Hey, I'm just an art... You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand your subpoena, correct? No problem, Ganny Gaming, and have a good night's sleep to you. Probably see you on Thursday then. Who knows? Oh, right, it was Monday. I'm trying to remember which day I was going to my father to Gothenburg. Apparently, he had this little bulb around his eye. For a time ago, he actually punctured it by a doctor. Now they actually took it away, and apparently it was some sort of thing underneath stopping that, and it caused it to just bulb up. He is supposed now on Monday to go back there and fix that. I'm going that with Monday. Don't ask me to get into the details on that. It just went through thinking of what Monday was. But first it was Thursday. But no, nothing is happening on Thursday except for work. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use the technical term of the color Viridian. Larry, this isn't an art store now, is it? I know, I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about... I just heard something in the background, that's more or less it. Like, look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the field. presume that he wanted to say field work. That's it. Thanks, buddy. It's kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence. I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. But you go from one person to another, goddamn it, stop it. You see, I've got nothing to do with this trial at all. Expect all of your face to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or do we use the technical term, Christmas Lake? Christmas works fine, I don't know. Why the judge? Why the judge? Stop your pathetic babbling and testify like a man. Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is bad as cross-check. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify now. This is too much for me. Everything is too much for this dude. And he still does it. I was at a lodge out in the mountains looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. He is a wreck. Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyer during your testimony. I'm just a nobody, nothing but a small worthless man, aren't I? Okay, I wouldn't say that you can go so far with that, but you do have very low standards in a way. I technically shouldn't talk about myself that way. I shouldn't talk about myself. Like, yeah, I cannot really say that. He is weird. I'm only gonna say that at least. Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex. He reasoned to been the cause of a numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people. Yeah, that's right, I'm behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy. Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination, with no touching, thank you. Yeah, that was a bad sentence. We can delve onto other details at a later time. I don't want the touchy details, please. I am just used to press every matter. Yeah. Whatever is the matter, Mr. Edgeworth. This one single statement is full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse. What is that? Dwarf? Something from Steam. I just saw it pop up. So, witness, an idea of where these contradictions in your testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may stay my whip. Okay, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing that night. I can possibly have seen the stars. That rundown shack is hardly a lodge. And even the stars could be seen. Even if the stars could be seen, it isn't like I was there to look at them, right? For crying out loud. See, you can do it if you try. There's only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge. This dude is gonna be the demise of every sane person. Or at least every sanity. A number of times. How many? Maybe 5 times? I went once every 20 minutes. Which means you spent almost 2 hours in Heavenly Hall that night. You bet! Real love is about waiting with your heart in your hands. Love, you say? It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shack, using this blackmail letter. Blackmail? No, it was simply a production of Oh, puffy puffy loosey goosey. Excuse of a whimpering whining wuss of a witness. Is she what is the dude called that did the Grinch? Because she sounds like him. It's like more or less rhymes everywhere. So, what did you see? Hope here for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You huffy puffy loosey goosey excuse for whimpering weenie wuss of a witness, eh? Well, you see, he called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all. He's too used to it. Oh, God. Larry, you really didn't see it. Hey, no need to hit your desk, I can hear ya. I didn't see it, I didn't see a snowmobile. Larry, you say snowmobile for me, please? Snowmobile? If it's true I have nothing to hide, then why are you stammering like you just flew over Cuckoo's nest? Shut up, what is this? I don't know, don't ask me. It seems that I need to start from more obvious contradiction. I'm going to strike the blow that will finally get him to split the beans. Spill the beans. You didn't meet anyone. That's right, because I got nothing to do with this. I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Come on, I expect to see those Christmas Lake faces now. It would appear that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Miss Edgeworth. Indeed. I need to slice through this obvious contradiction and keep things moving along. Yeah, okay, so let me think here. I could show him the photo of the snowmobile because it was going that way. And it has been there until 11? After 11? Okay, wait, when did it stop snowing? It stopped snowing at approximately 10:50. So the snowmobile has been there till after 11. Yes, I probably need to show him that. Shit. Just skip on going. By the way, I don't have my extra health. God damn it. I should have stayed there. Shit. I'm gonna do this just for fun. There we go. I think it's this thing. I just don't know how I'm supposed to do that. I still have the sight up. I'm gonna wait with that. That is only for when I don't really know. An occult magazine featuring Hazakura Temple, weather. Do understand I had to try, because that was the reason he wanted someone to be there, but yeah, I know I messed up. I more or less did that on purpose in a way, because I did not have any help there at all.